Alright, so this is directed study, and I'm gonna do the first song, the first version of this song, without having edited anything, without having changed anything, with just the first song of, what I thought was a good song when I wrote this 5 to 6 months ago. Okay, so here we go. Just let me get this verse, let me get the instrumental ready. Bear with me for a moment. Just a moment. Yep. This is just a verse for you, okay? It's interesting to hear about the world's two biggest fears. With the birth of many every year, surprise that never severe. So what was my reward at the end of all my seeking? People's two biggest fears, depth and public speaking. It may be easy to just lap this, simply pointless and nonsense. But step back, taking the view. This life around us is enormous. Alright. Let me pause this. Let me pause this instrumental. Cool. So that was the first version. Alright? It was about 5 months ago that I wrote that. And here are the first issues with that first version. First of all, after reading the 3 novels that I wrote, I wrote them and then read them. After the first 3 novels that I read this year, I realized that you need an immediate hook. And it's got to be clear. And it's got to just hit them over the side of the head. You got to kill your listener with that. And, I mean, they need something to walk away humming. Like, they need to walk away with a tune in their head. So, I mean, anything. But there was nothing here. There was just the verse, the cold, hard facts. And you're not going to really get anybody with that on radio because you got to have what it takes to make something that people are going to walk away with singing. There's no target audience that is made clear. That's another big problem. You can't get radio spins without an audience because on the radio, everything is dependent upon who you're pitching to. The radio knows exactly who they're pitching to, so your music has to sonically and lyrically kind of match what that radio is really used to hearing. Okay, so there are no trends that I put in that are, dominating culture right now. We need trends, and that's important to add in because people need to relate to you. Your target audience they have trends that are going on right now, either the shoes that they're wearing, the Snickers that they're eating, the TV shows they're watching. They gotta have something to relate to. Even spending money is a trend, and that's why it works so well with mainstream rap, because people love to spend money, alright? So, fourth, and very important, there's no attitude, there's nothing fresh, there's no dynamic voice inflection in this. Even as I'm talking to you right now, there's so much more voice inflection in this than you would ever get in a regular thing. I mean, that's what's important. They need to be swayed by you. They can't be swayed by you if you're, with the man is every year, the baby death in public speaking. I mean, that took a long time for me because I didn't have a lot of confidence as a rapper or anything. Overall, I was not a very confident kid. So you're going to see with the second one that, there's a lot more confidence in there. But hey, back to this one, you need attitude as an artist. Without attitude, no one's going to follow you. And to follow you, they got to believe in you. So here we go. If you don't have attitude in life in general, no one's going to be inclined to follow you, okay? So next, the lyrics, the lyrics, when they're told with attitude, tell the listeners that you're in control as an artist and that you're somebody they want to follow. Okay, so those were the issues, the primary issues with the first verse. Okay, now jump on over to the second video and you'll get to hear the second verse and why the second verse is way more fit for radio, way more fit for the mainstream listeners or, listeners in general. It's more of a complete product.